I don't care as long as the state one comes to.
If we're down chasing.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the Millville Clear County Commissioners meeting. We stand for the pledge of allegiance and then prayer. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The most gracious Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you for the beautiful weather you've been blessing us with, Lord, and we just ask for the safety for the farmers to get the rest of the crops out. We know there's some cold weather coming, and we just ask you to please be with them, to be with our military personnel around this world. And we're back in safety and good time, and have that protective armor. We just ask you please be with our others, law, police, EMS, and fire. We just ask you to protect them and give them the protection and give them their work as well. We thank you for this, and we ask God to just precious name.
Amen.
Business, you got to set those 15 minutes and come back and I don't have an option. Chance to vote on that.
Second.
Claims, I see that no homes on the Senate, so claims as well.
Brian Carter makes a motion that we approve payroll and accounts payable $6,315,794.47. Feedback.
We have a motion to second to approve claims in the amount of $6,315,794.47. All those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Road use agreement.
Good morning, everyone. This agenda item is for a road use agreement between Morgan County and AES Indiana. So AES has a plant out on Blue Bluff Road, and they're currently undergoing a project where they need to close several ash ponds in accordance with some environmental regulations set forward by the state. So what this agreement is it details our plan with AES. The haul route that they're using to bring the fill in to close these ash ponds is located along Myra Lane, Acre Road, Maple Turn Road, and Blue Bluff Road. As you can imagine, a lot of heavy truck traffic is probably going to make those roads deteriorate faster than it would under normal traffic conditions. So what we have is a road use agreement between us and AES, where we are going to monitor the precondition of the road before the project started. We've already done that via the software that you guys have approved through our use of the highway department. We're going to monitor the deterioration of the roadway throughout the project and at the end of the project. And AES has, been a good partner to us. They're agreeing to help us pay for any costs to help improve the road. So with us, we have Greg Ellis and Amy McClure from AES. We want to give them the opportunity to get up and say anything to the commissioners if you can be so inclined.
Good morning. My name is Amy McClure. I'm a senior veteran specialist at Eagle Valley, and I'm here to answer any questions about the project. I'll give you a brief overview so you have an idea of what it entails. The project is not unique to Eagle Valley. These ash ponds are located throughout the United States and they're required to close for a federal limit. A, B, C, D, and E. A through C are being closed currently. That closure will take place through 2028. Once A through C are closed, we will begin the closure of D and E ponds. Essentially, all details for the closure would be found in items virtual file cabinet. Any questions? So what the project entails is the removal of the ash from the seasonal hydrometer table, and then replacing the ash with clean cohesive fill, which is why the fill pile is required. That fill, that clean material is being placed as a barrier between ash and groundwater as a protective measure. So once the ash is pulled up out of the groundwater, the material will be capped and closed in place. And it will be nice out, dry unit. So that's essentially what the project requires. The closure plan was approved by IDEM, and so we're carrying that out. And that's what I'm going to show you today. And now, Mr. Ellis.
Thank you, Amy. As Amy said, I'm Greg Ellis, Director of Generation and Readiness, Indiana. So I manage our Eagle Valley Station as well as our Hardy Street, Georgetown stations in Minneapolis. In addition, I manage our asset decommissioning team, the team that is responsible for the closure of the ASCOM for AES Indiana. As Amy is covering the background of why we're here, we are currently executing on closure of A, B, and C, which will be followed by D and E. This is a little timeline on A, B, and C should complete closure in 2027. The all work that we're doing should largely wrap up probably first quarter or second quarter next year. And then we'll have a second phase when we close D and E, which will require similar back work, which will follow after A, B, and C close in 2027. And just to build on what Justin said, AES Indiana has been a part of this community for nearly 80 years. Many of our folks are people from Orange County. We're committed to honoring the road use agreement and making sure we return roads to good condition when they're done. And with that, we'll hear to answer any questions you all may have.
Well, I for one am excited that you're putting the cap over the ash pits, because I, love the river and everything downstream. Everybody ought to be excited, so thank you. And I just like to reiterate, well, Eagle Valley, whether it's been like AES or if it turned into BlackRock, I plan on being good neighbors. My only concern with tapping up the ash pits is the direction that the dump trucks are going. I'm getting several calls on that, and I understand Blue Bluff and Centerton back over. Mapleton's not made for that, and I have a huge concern going up and down the hill there, the Lincoln Street Hill. I think we need to reroute those trucks just for safety reasons on the brakes, and the road's already falling apart. So if we could work together to get that done, I think a lot of people will be happy. Even more people will be happy because you're getting the caps on, which is mandated. So I know the trucks are coming through there. I'm not going to stop that, but I think they need to stay off of Maple Turn.
Yeah, thank you. That's certainly something we will evaluate going forward.
That's my name. I've been going on for a while as well. It's a lot safer. We'll do what same conclusion forward. Then go over the people from Maryland Road, it's not good. I don't know if it's not good. That's my main concern. At least, the other ones, at least with the one, a lot better, lighter, safer, you don't have to do it. Worry about, that's just my piece. I love what you guys have done. I love the upgrade, the good plan, what you got on my cycling, and the great project. You really take a lot of people in this for something out. Any other questions?
Hope this look forward to working with you many, many years to come.
Yeah, agreed. Thank you.
Anybody from the audience? Any questions, concerns? Any other questions for Justin?
Brian Hyder makes the motion that we adopt this road use agreement. Eagle Valley.
is for them to use the Maple Turn route. I think if we need to, if we're wanting them to use the alternative route, the agreement is probably going to have to be revised to state that. It doesn't state that.
Okay. That's how I was thinking, this is the so.
You see, I thought D was also the one, D was the one that worked with us, finishing for,
So that's an alternative route. The route shown in Exhibit A along Maple Turn is the initial one that's approved. So that's the one they were moving forward with. So they've been using that route the whole time. If we were going to have them start using the next route, I think that's a discussion we'll have to circle back and realize. But if we want to move forward, I mean, they're using Maple Turn now, it has some damage. I think if you want to seek any kind of, repairs to that, we need to move forward with this, and then later talk about using the other route as the preferred primary route moving forward. Does that make sense?
I thought it was due as B,
yeah.
to keep them off of Maple Turn.
I
That's how I was reading all this, so if I read it wrong, I apologize to everybody in this. And I'm not gonna vote for a route that uses Maple Turn. So we'll have to revise it.
Right. So we're allowed to table this.
It's nothing personal, I'm just
Yes.
telling you. The phone's ringing off the hook, and you've been out on Maple Turn, and that truck's running six abreast up and down, that is not a road for them to be on.
And for clarity, when we do the second phase, we are stipulating that Maple Turn is not an option. In the first phase, we did not stipulate that, so the bid that we got, and we're using that, so, that's kind of the all route towards the shorter.
Last time somebody from the state approved that, I thought, who would need to come in on, I mean, it's obvious that in the state, that they've not been on Maple Turn.
And I just want to make clear on D and E, we're going to get this clear up front on the second phase, but unfortunately, that didn't happen.
How much is left on the first phase?
If the weather cooperates, we should be done by January. If not, we go a little bit later, but January is probably the biggest. They will not run trucks during the holidays, so they'll be off the holiday weekends, Thanksgiving, Christmas, those things. So, there's not a lot left, but there was a few weeks to the end of the year.
Well, unfortunately for the golf course and residents along there, they've weathered the storm, the bulk of it, especially if we're down in the final stretches and the utilization of the golf course. Slow down, but I'm not comfortable hoping to do anything. I got Maple Turn's falling off on the edges already, so I don't know how. It's a mess. But I go back to IPL and AES, and we've always worked together, so I'm not worried about that. We'll get there.
Rodney, do you want to receive your motion, or Mr. Carter?
I didn't make a motion, no second.
Oh, I thought you second, sorry.
I will
I
say,
thought you said, I mean, yeah.
Justin, what agreement do we have now? They're already running this route, and they're already gonna fix it. This is almost a formality. This is the car.
So we did not have an agreement in place before the project started. AES being a good neighbor, when Josh was here, they both got together and said this would be a good thing for the county to be a good neighbor. So it did not start before the project. We're here doing this now, and then before they start their second phase, we'll have similar agreement in place with wherever they source that full material, we'll have to do the haul route, we'll have to do new agreement there.
And the problem that AES has is that the agreement with the trucking company on the first three, A, B, and C, they can use that route, correct?
Yes, when they bid the project out, their contractor bid being able to use the route that the currently using. In order to take this other route, it's many more miles added each way and shred the fuel cost, labor time, you know. So,
And AES don't fix Maple Turn.
I mean, at this time, that's what they're committed to in this agreement.
Super actually could, because I'm not here in the state, but they can't approve county roads like that. That's why I got major confusion.
I heard that from the River Mill. I'm not sure where that came from. I would agree with you. I don't know who put that on.
Well, let me ask a hypothetical. If we don't have this agreement, which we don't currently, and we don't vote on this and all agree to this, do they still have to fix Maple Turn?
Legally, no.
Then I do not rescind the motion. I know you will, I know you will. So, but your hands are tied in this. And to the public, we don't put caps on ash wells, on ash pits every day. And as much as I don't want them using Maple Turn, I want the Maple Turn to be fixed afterwards. So I will reinstate my motion to approve the road usage agreement in the spirit of getting Maple Turn fixed. And unfortunately, people can just call me for the next 2 months and yell at me that the dump trucks are on it, but they're on it anyway. Part of the thrill of being a commissioner.
You second that,
Because you're not gonna stop them, Kenny. There's no way to stop them from going on me.
I feel like we need to get some work done, so like now, before the asphalt plant's closed, we need to dig out and do some of the soft spots and get them fixed now, because this winter, we're going to get in trouble if we don't take care of it right now before the asphalt plant's closed. Fix the soft spots and go it up. Gonna have to get it now. And that's gonna be difficult to do while they're running, and that's today as well. I mean, look for the water and the snow and the salt, clouds, you don't know what it's gonna look like. And asphalt plants are closed, we can't do anything about it. I feel that within the next few weeks, we need to be knowing and taking up and fixing these spots, spot patching things. Well, this winter, you're gonna get a lot of phone calls. I don't know how you want to go about it. You guys might do that, so.
Not this one. By the time the agreement gets here, 2 months will be gone and it's over.
We still have agreement that we're going to switch to the cemetery or something.
We did after the first 3 tax pits, right?
This isn't for the future work phases, yeah, it's, E&E, this is just for agency, this is for the ones all on ours.
Listen, you know if it specifically says ash pits, A, and C, because I'm not seeing this.
It does not.
If
It does not.
you look at this in Exhibit A, it's not looking at the area. There's on the view, that's a longer rough. It states medical by 6 miles versus 8.4 miles. Any other questions? All right, entertain a motion. Okay. Sure guys, is that right? We didn't get
Would you like to come with me?
I will.
How much longer do you say before the season's going to be cleaned out?
So we're forecasting, finishing fall activities early in 26, and then the closure activities should complete in 27. We still have a lot of material to move on site.
All of that, we just try to get all of that.
That's how it was initially did, was coming down Maple Turn, it's half the distance for the hauling company.
So how much traffic will be on in January?
After January, we should be done hauling, barring weather delays and that stuff. So there'd be no off-site traffic, other than people coming to work at that time.
But the dump trucks will be in.
Correct. Until the second phase, until we do D&E, which would.
Then they will bid that on Route B, right?
Correct.
January, you shouldn't see any trucks on the road. In January, you shouldn't see any. You never put that,
Correct, yeah.
You guys have been doing a great partner to work with over the years, just not coming before the commissioners, having a group to start with. We actually done it on this. That's my problem. I think that should have been the first thing before we haul the truck out. That's just my opinion. No, see how it's going. Yeah, see how it's going. That's my, I think it's just, it is one of them. It's gonna be more wear and tear on the brake from the dump truck going down the road. And just so many things useless. I understand the mileage. Who make a second motion, Mr. Carter?
Out of necessity to make sure Maple Turn gets fixed, and by the time this goes back, this time of year, it'll be done before you come back in front of us anyway, so. I will reiterate my motion with the understanding to the public and to you as representatives of AES, that we've had a great relationship and I want to continue that relationship. Therefore, Brian Carter makes a motion that we adopt the road use agreement.
Second. We have a motion and a second, any further discussion from the board, or from the audience? No. We're going to do this. Come on up and identify yourself, Mr. Bill. Bill Mitchell, I'm a concerned citizen. You guys are letting have us, these trucks are not being weighed. Is there gonna be a little bit of a weight return in the bad weather?
I don't think you got to get weight when you load, do you? Where do we get?
Well, the specifics of the details within contractors, but.
So we're not getting weights, they kind of load on these trucks in bad weather. So you guys want to load limit on Maple Turn Road, it's going to get bad, these trucks are going to be overloaded, because they have oil maintenance cables. So you may want to think about that.
Any questions from Bill? Anybody else in the audience? Thank you. All those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. I oppose.
Thank you.
Yes, so this is an amendment to a contract that you guys signed back in January of last year. If you remember, Morgan County Rural Water had a reimbursable water main relocation as part of that project. All this amendment does is on the second page of attachment B, there was reference that NDOT would be responsible for reimbursing the utility for some of their work. That wasn't true, it was Morgan County. What ended up happening was this was the standard NDOT template that we used for the contract. And those instances that said NDOT on that second page were not struck out in request with Morgan County. So contractually, this does not change any kind of dollar amount. This is just a formality to get paperwork in order so that you're okay with state board of accounts and charter claims.
Any questions for Justin on this with the amendment number one? To take care of that, NDOT. Second motion, discussion from the board, from the audience. Not hearing them, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Thank you.
Number four.
With the absence of right-hand Josh Nesman, who's got to lead us through the first 3 months, I've got to pick up the phone. I've got some linemen out in the field to help me out if I start running in the wrong direction. But I'm excited to present to the commissioners today the start of lot 4, which is the final lot that we looked at many years ago. And it will be the completion of this building here so that we can complete the judicial campus, rebuild the new admin of Old Courthouse, and then this building itself was built in '96, and we are going to have to do some stuff immediately. We can't even wait until the downtown admin Old Courthouse is completed, because this one's got some issues that have to be addressed immediately. At this time, before we vote on this, I'd like for Mr. Ratz, if he would, I'm calling out on the spot, I'm not talking to Eric. But Mr. Ratz, if you could give us a short update, and then we'll go forward. What's that? What do you know about the Old Courthouse? We just educate the public here.
Someone will talk about.
I noticed there was asphalt down, so we're getting close to the cookie stroll. Please don't make me look for a place to go live and get down on my life.
No, I think it's a stroll. Everything's been moving well on the perimeter streets. You guys will see probably Washington go down to one way this week to get stone and asphalt base in, and then hopefully liner as well. And then driving in signage for Morgan and Manning are scheduled for this week. So you start to see that and start to hold that back and open it up after we get permanent light poles up, so everything's tracking more right. And then inside the building, just for anyone who's not aware, we're working on demolitions are almost complete, and then interior partitions are going up and moving along.
We have to get that stripping done before Friday. That's the only day it was like summer.
Yeah, I think we have them for Tuesday, Wednesday.
They are getting one good deal. Thank you.
So then also, just to update on the exterior of the historic courthouse, you can notice that we have new windows going in, especially on the southeast corner.
They are historically accurate, with the round top without the horizontal at the top. That's a very major deal that we met with the Historic Landmark Association. That's what they said, to make sure that we put in the right windows with that. The roof is going on, the new metal roof, which that's all the guys that call. You see all the scaffolding around the tower. Obviously, they're doing top pointing, they'll be cleaning metal brick. So all the exterior stuff is coming together here pretty well. I'm not sure if any of you have been through to see all of the removal of the things on the interior. I recommend checking out the Meyer Agent office, get all your PPE, but to walk through the existing historic courthouse at this point, before we start building all the new walls and things, it's pretty unique. You know, really take a look at it. As far as this building, lot number 4, what we would be doing is the construction on lot number 4 would start in the spring of 2028. Then it would be finished by the end of 2029. I'm sorry, 27, I'm sorry. The spring of 27 and finished by the end of 28. For that, the historic courthouse is scheduled, I believe it's April of 27 to be completely done and ready for the folks, some of the folks in this building to move over there. And then once we start renovating this building, the folks that remain in the building will have to move in temporarily while construction is going on, and we can come back and move those folks back into a finished space. But this building, just like the historic courthouse, we are touching all the square footage, the interior of the building, replacing all the mechanical, electrical, plumbing systems of the building, all the finishes throughout, and there is some movement of some walls and things throughout the building. And then the plan is for the upper level to be for the prosecutor, trial court, that they would move into the upper level. Any questions?
No, just a comment. After touring last week, at least the outside, I appreciate the fact that we wanted to work. I mean, this project was, we always said it needs to be done, but we didn't know how much it needed to be done. And I really appreciate the thoughtfulness and the vision to include historic landmarks, things like windows are important. You can get by with something that's, I won't say to be ashamed of it, it would just be not correct. You know, doing it correct and doing it for the folks and our grandkids. When I was walking around with Josh actually the other day, so, you know, this is for our grandkids or maybe beyond. I can't think. Will and DOB and Mike and all the people involved. It's just, there's no words to describe the thoughtfulness and the thankfulness. I know we'll have a celebration when we open it up. And, but more importantly, as we see it develop, I think people need to see the caring that's being done and professionalism was great. I really appreciate that.
I wholeheartedly agree that it's been a big team effort.
Dates again on the preliminary, right, construction.
So for construction aspects, the historic courthouse will be done, and we'll say April of 2027. That's when the renovation of this building will start, and then this building renovation will be done, should be done by the end of 28. What we will be doing in year 26 is we will be meeting with, again, all the users who's going to be occupying this building. We'll be developing the drawings. By fall time, we'll have all the drawings done. Our agent will finalize all the contracts with the trade folks for the project, start to get all the submittals in place, such that when the spring of 27, we'll be able to start construction.
The preliminary draft are going to be done in that month or so.
It'll be done early in 20, the early stuff will be done in early 26, and then our final drawings will be done, like Kevin and I were talking September 26.
I'm just thinking, when it's all done, gonna miss the little cubby hole that we call an office now. It's that, you'll have a lot of fond memories of doing this and visiting and people that come in. I know it's gonna be nicer for the future commissioners, but, I don't know, it's kind of a little home getting started, you know. I appreciate what you do.
Any other questions from Mr. Rice? I don't, any from the audience? Not hearing none, entertain a motion to block transfer agreement for phase 4.
Brian Hire makes a motion that we adopt, get started, build, operate, transfer agreement, phase 4.
Got a motion, there a second.
Second.
By Mr. Adams. All those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And then I'm gonna go 2 cents on the record. One, I don't know anybody that likes property taxes. Those are due in a week or so. I hate them. 2, the board of commissioners, the council, they've been working hand in hand along with the treasurer to take monies. I do not think that we will have to issue bonds or go outside the levy on this top 4 like we did on the first 3 bonds. It's going to be real close, but that's what we're trying to do, is use the funds from within instead of outside. 2, if your house assesses for $500,000, which means you can sell it for $750 even in this market, and interest rates have come down, so maybe you can sell for a little bit more than $750 now. All the excess levies that we have put on is $20.64 a month on a $500,000 house that you can sell for $750. Last point, personal point, you can call me a rhino, you can call me a Democrat with an R in front of my name, you can call me whatever you want. It has become enjoyable to and entertaining for some of the stuff that comes through the internet. But I will reiterate to everybody that it is not conservative to take capital projects of this magnitude, pass it down generation after generation, and expect my great-grandkids, and I don't even have grandkids, to pay for it. That's my case. Thank you. That's all the preaching I'm going to do based on this topic. Oh, and I will say thank you to the team in the second row. One, congratulations, because you just got married, so congratulations on that. So you will be at work more, so you can make decisions, because you can't at home anymore. Two, we're very blessed because of a lot of people that have their hands tied to this. I mean, I expected that. I got a whole lot of grief. If Rat's the only architect in the whole world, he is in my book because I was on the line with him, and he knows if he screws this up, it won't be. I'll be waiting on his doorstep. And it's so I expect Eric in this whole thing, but more than Eric, several people took all these projects and made it their projects. You go out here and you talk to some guys that don't have the best English, but you can see and feel the pride that resonates as they're out there working. And I'm giving them a hard time, and I know they think I'm some net that walk off the street, which everybody knows me, I'm the net that walk off the street. But it's really funny of them on one of these supermarkets, yeah, that's the guy that signed your check. They don't know how to handle that. It's kind of fun. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time in Morgan County, and we're investing in ourselves. And to the one person who asked, with the government shutdown today, to still pay property taxes, I'm here. I'm here. That's the federal government. I am working with the school board to make it to where just because government class in civics is mandatory, that it's not an automatic pass. Thank you.
you still need a vote? No.
Okay.
Say vote.
It wasn't that long, Wendy.
Let's see. Moving right along, we got the security plan. Anybody, with Mr. Sheriff Fitzmyer, one idea or both idea, and Ms. James.
Morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
So Deb has the final plan, it's not all lined out. I think that we've got all the feedback back that we're gonna get, the courts will put in their thoughts and opinions, and that's what we put in there. Not heard any changes beyond some that Josh had, which he left. And so we know the courts are very anxious to get this plan in place, so we can actually do some training that we kind of put off until this plan is in place. Happy to answer any questions you have or concerns, thoughts.
I want the plan, but I did not see the resolutions.
I also don't have a final one. I know that one motion.
That's what I.
Is there a clean version?
There, yes. Josh was supposed to. Is that?
It's the
I can-
name, Josh, he said.
It is, yes. I miss Josh. No, I can email that out today, but it's not detrimental to have in place today, but we do need that. Like that, nothing before the end of the year, all possible.
If we can get a clean version of that, we'll bring a resolution forward for that.
Absolutely.
Alright, I just wanted to start.
And the people that contacted me and discussed it, I told them it's a living plan.
It is gonna be everything.
Well, what we think of today, somebody will try to circumvent and have to counter it tomorrow. So, I mean, I say basically this is a formality because it's going to change every day.
You're gonna need an ever-changing document, if we do it correctly. I can,
Mike, I thank you for all the church funding that I've got from us that you coordinated with the judges and everybody. And this is probably in here, but I didn't see it. Sure. Spend no time, I guess. I just thought you did it very good. We were talking about, outside when people come in and they're carrying pocket knives like I used to, and putting a little safe up there where you can leave it out there.
yes,
Is that in here?
that is not in there, and we probably won't put that in there, but we will have a courtesy area for them to.
I'd like for
We can have a walk back because of the distance.
I'd like to look into that.
Yeah.
I'm tired of, like the old courthouse had bullshit put in the pocket knife under. Over here, I gotta walk from the car, up to the,
One question to go along with that, would the commissioners want that to be out in I would prefer for it to be before security in the lobby somewhere, where it's kind of like if you went to the beach, like rent a locker, I know the hospitals have them in the waiting area. I'd like to do something like that prior to security, so we're not physically handing these.
exactly, just say, oops, you go back and do it right.
Yeah, exactly, it'll be right there.
Right.
And we'll find something appropriate that matches what you guys are for.
That would,
You gotta work on the resolution.
and just bring it and add it on or whatever, you probably want to go in front of us, because it's part of your security, but, yeah. But you know what we can do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Commissioner. And I will email, this video, that. Thank you.
Thank you, very much. Appreciate it.
So I'll move to the table until we have a resolution.
I need a motion by Mr. Carter, I'll second the motion, all those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Then the 2026 on field program, you can address that, or? It's basically the same as last year, looked like to me as well.
I think we've done this for a couple of years now. Josh, so I've been headed this up. This is not intended to be a money maker for the county, but more of an insurance policy against rising fuel costs. However, in 2024, does look like we did receive about $860 for the year revenue. So it was a good plan to have in place.
So I will see what our checks are. Any questions, concerns from the board? Any questions from the board? Okay, we have a motion on resolution.
2025-11-.
Thank you.
Dash, 11-3. I move we approve resolution 25-11-3.
Resolution number 2025-11-3, a second motion to the question from the board, concerns from the audience. I'm here that all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Linda. Trish, what? Very busy.
Yes. There's been a lot of really good things going on. We're here to ask for approval and adoption of our revised food ordinance as well as our fee ordinance. If it's okay, we're going to kind of present both at the same time because the overlap for them kind of go hand in hand with each other. So in May of this year, it's going to have 410 IAC 7-26. To replace the old food code, which has not been updated in over 20 years, 2004, since the last time we updated this. So this has been something that Elizabeth has been putting a lot of time toward, and as you know, she's been running our food permitting and inspection program for the last 20 years. So there's some big changes, so keep working through all of those, just making sure that the food ordinance internally here from the county matches all of what's new from the state code, as well as you'll see with the fee ordinance, we're updating how we permit. So we're doing a classification based on risk level instead of the number of employees that establishments have. So, and then what was on the desk this morning as we walked in, Elizabeth also crunched a few numbers for you guys so that you can see how different our revenue could look from that. So just by changing it to the risk levels and then we went through all of the different types of fees, including schools and cafeterias and septics, if we would move forward and still work with we would have between $20,000 and $30,000 in revenue, just if we have the same number of permits in 2026 that we have had on average in the past. So could lead to some additional revenue for us. Again, more of Elizabeth's research is just looking at different counties who are near us, as well as similar in size to us. So all of the new and updated and increased fees are in line with what they are charging. There are a few additional fees that other counties charge for that we just never have, but with all of our new establishments, we have over 400 food establishments in this county. So it's just adding more time to what they're doing, and it's just a new part of the whole program and process is. With that, did you have any questions? I know you got the
You addressed the proximity and the fee structure to surrounding, so you already answered that. That was in my mind. And then can you just kind of help me out on risk level, low, moderate, and high, what justifies each? Because, I mean, I've been thinking, before you guys put this in, maybe give McKinney some Japanese blowfish. Just saying it's got to be prepared just right or else. With that falling behind this.
So this level 1 is going to be really the gas station, they're just.
Can you get a little close effort out when you use?
No problem. This level 1 is going to be like gas stations that don't do any more food preparation, just grab and go, throw it in the microwave maybe. Risk level 2 is going to be things like foam, where it's coaster. And then risk level 3 is going to be things that are like a steakhouse or a bigger place that focuses things, like if they made a roast and then they turn it into, beef and noodles the next day. Something more like Gray's, or a steakhouse.
Yeah, I assume this is all kind of defined on your webpage.
It is defined in the ordinance and that's on our website. And it's also based through IHA and the State Department of Health. It's all one big thing to the FDA. But the reason we're trying to classify is because the amount of time we spend on inspections for places that they go through the heat, cool, and the heat process, there's so much more risk with that. We spend a lot more time.
Okay.
And this will go into effect immediately upon passing of this ordinance.
We would appreciate it if it did, because then we can put out our new permits, because we permit from January to December. And so that we have one season.
Does your webpage? Does your webpage? It makes you pass.
It does, yeah.
Well, I was curious, I know that I've been talking about webpages a little bit, I didn't know. And the yours is kind of its own thing. And that means it's with us, but it's not with us.
Yeah.
It's with you.
Yeah.
What's it on?
Has been for a long time.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't include it. Good job. She does all the, thank you.
Any questions?
Oh, okay.
Then what's the two ordinance numbers gonna be, the first one being the food establishment?
Food is 14, fee is 15.
May I have a motion, unless there are questions?
I do have a question, and that is just, I know that we have some deadlines, you guys speak to those, in order to implement this. I don't know if I didn't know if the commissioners were gonna have any questions, so, I guess we'll, if there weren't any questions, I want to ask you to wait a second.
I'm fine with that myself. I'm not gonna do that in motion.
I didn't mean to interrupt, you said you wanted to finish your motion, but I just.
14 and
Brian Hunter makes a motion that we accept food ordinance for the health department, which is number 14, and waive the second reading.
Second for motion, move forward. Questions from the board and from the audience? Not hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0.
Brian Hunter makes a motion that we accept the fee ordinance, health department 15, and waive the second reading.
And then motion by Mr. Carter to approve the 2025-15 and waive the second reading.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Adams. Any further questions from the board for Trish or Elizabeth? Or from the audience? Not hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Good luck.
Donation fund, sure.
Yes, yes.
It's,
You have a grant for us.
I just need to virtually.
yes, I got black ties.
Yeah, no, that's, so this was the one that we just found out about last week, and it was due on Saturday. However, we did talk to IDOH, and it's actually, you can have a partner in the community apply on your behalf, so the YMCA is actually the applicant for this grant. It's an injury prevention grant, so this is more so an update to something for you guys then. So the application was submitted on Saturday, but the YMCA is the actual applicant. So just letting you guys know that we're the number one partner that IDOH requires that they're in partnership with that department to apply for the fund, or for the funding. So we just applied for $10,000, which was the max we were allowed to ask for. We're free about 103 swimming lessons for second graders in Boone County, and then the free transportation to get there as well. So it's all looking at the data showing that injury-related deaths are the leading cause of death for children in Indiana under 17 years of age. So they're looking for more swimming lessons, safe to sleep type of classes and those types of things to reduce those injuries and prevent them from occurring. So it's just something that CEO Jason Ashton from YMCA has done in the past. They've actually had this swimming lessons for all second graders in the state and so, or in Worth County, and so we're looking to kind of repeat that type of program. Just an update, I don't think, as long as we're still partnering the grant, I don't think that I will look to do with it needs approved.
Tricia,
Yeah,
is this a pass-through grant? Are those going to pass through?
we would not even be there for each year. No. So yeah, absolutely.
Passengers. Think about the verbal lesson. If it changes, we're not, we're gonna,
Thank you very much.
Donation, I didn't have anything on the package.
Yeah, there's not much to it.
T-shirts, I had that.
Yeah, there's not much to it. There's not much to it. Before we get to that part, I'm sure come back from these. I'm sorry.
you're gonna get everybody out, you carrying a gun, you're all.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Here comes the donation.
We'll start with the taser, we'll go to the gun. Dave and I were discussing a little bit about these lockers, and I think I had that discussion also, so this is something I think if you guys want to do with the judges, I think it's likely because the judges decide where they put the guns in as far as they make that decision. So if they say they don't want that building gun-free, we leave them out in lockers, we're going to get a violation of their rule. But the nine, they don't want to go. So, and you got to think about that one too. If you come in with a knife and you say put it in a locker, come in with a gun, we also say put it in that locker. Do it there. And I'm guessing also, and that the county's going to take responsibility for that. If something would happen to somebody goes back to my house and somebody in the locker. Is that correct?
So you're talking about somebody coming in with a weapon and putting it in a locker?
Correct.
And then would you take responsibility for it if something was stolen?
Correct.
Are we talking about going to public?
Correct.
And putting it in a locker?
Well, that's what they're saying. They come in there, and if we come up with this, what you're talking about, putting lockers up there, where they can put knives or something that's prohibited from coming in the building. And again, that's up to the judges and you guys on that decision on what's the building, is the building starting?
I haven't done this in that.
Well, first of all, I would tell you that most of your equivalent buildings in other counties are going to say you've got to take it out to your car, you've got to go.
That's absolutely what we do at the state, and that's what they do at all the other counties.
Yeah,
That's what we're currently doing, that's what I'm telling you. Yeah, it's convenient, you have to leave it, but there's any predicament.
and for the most part, I mean, it does create some hardship, like in downtown Indianapolis, because people are parked like really far away and they have a hearing and so forth. But here, you're just basically sending them back out to the parking lot.
I just go up at the federal building and maybe looking at cuts, you know, throw it away, you know, to go upstairs and that's ridiculous. Had it since second grade. When they throw away in the trash can, I said, you can't do it. You have to take it back outside the building. And fortunately, they have really good landscaping mulch, so I buried it after my federal meeting. Here you go.
And you can honestly, like that at the airport, but you know that you're not supposed to take it there. If you have it posted on the door, not to break it. Again, that's a discussion for you, of course. What's going to be the secure area? Is that when you get the security, or is that when you come in the door?
I may draw out policy. It's not my call. I will tell you that.
Yeah, we're not policy either. We'll follow whatever you guys say. They're just food for thought for what it works because do they want those prohibited items to be able to come in the building and then you have to put it somewhere? Or you have to take them back out when you get to the security part. So,
Yeah, a lot of the federal court houses will have things for like your phones and stuff like that. You do not take I can take my phone in because I'm a lawyer, but some people can't take phones in federal courthouse, and so there's
In
like
this
a,
case, you're pretty much just looking at knives.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or, you allow them to use the box only for knives, and then they go back out with a firearm, or you let them have a knife and a firearm in the box.
And how many are the lockers? Is an AR on the fit in it?
The ones that we use at the jail, is pretty much,
Put in there, Brian.
yeah, pretty much the ones that we have at the jail is like a handgun size.
Yeah, I'm kind of in with it if we do like a.
But again,
I personally would not feel comfortable putting a handgun in that, thinking that my registered handgun is, I don't care who said that, I would take it back out and lock it back in my vehicle, so. I understand the premise of having someplace to put something, I understand that outside or definitely before you get to security, well, we're not gonna, you bring it through security door, I'm gonna put it in the lock. You already violated it. And we don't have an army back here to handle that, so it would have to be before you go through the metal detector, and I'm not so for sure we don't. But no, I did want to work on our signage out front. Kind of looks tacky.
Yeah, that's what I recommended too. There needs to be a permanent new sign that says keep your car. And I think personally, that's what it needs to stay, because that's what every other courthouse does, that's what the state house does. That's what it's expected, and follow the rules. We don't have to mess with it. And if you have somebody taking their gun out of the holster, or whatever they're doing out here in the hallway, yes. Yeah. Just food for thought. So now let's go on to the back, unless you have any questions. Sorry.
And you just took my kids away from me in court, so I'm gonna walk back out, go to my locker.
And then lock.
Yeah.
I mean, and not saying you can do the car.
Right.
No.
Yeah, gives you more time if you want kids to have it all the way back out in the house and lock them.
I think these look at this too.
No, I don't know.
Good night, the donation,
Yeah, so just to let you guys know, we came up with this idea, one of the people at the office to kind of think outside the box to see the taxpayers' money and promote our canine program. So we came up with these shirts to do our canine program, and we contacted the state board of accounts and said, well, we can't use it here, I'm sorry, we do that, we understood. So the recommendation was to get the shirts donated, which we did by the veterinary clinic in Monrovia. Donated some shirts, had these printed up, and now there's a QR code that you can go to SS Custom Apparel, click on the QR code, you can buy your own shirt. She takes all the money, we do not handle the money, any donation that we get above that, her, from what she makes, and then what she donates to us comes into our donation fund. So these are really cool shirts. I like the saying here on the back. It says Morgan County Sheriff Canines. It says Body Track and Co. We've got a dog for that, because we've got our dogs that do the regular patrols, and we've got our dog that goes around for the field bit, I guess, whatever we want to call it, and does that type of model. So we just want to make you aware of these, that we have these available. And I think you guys should probably buy one. Anybody else that wants to buy one? It's really cool. They come in white, they come in green. But you go to S&S Custom Apparel, there's a QR code. You can just click on that and get your own shirt. And it goes into our fund that we've already established. And because we've established that fund, we can promote that and utilize that fund. And then we get permission from the council whenever we want to use money out of that fund to promote our canine program. So let me know about that.
Just as uptight as everybody gets anymore, and it being a Monday morning, really wish you would have brought the cuddle on.
I wish I had two.
Go get her.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get her. We'll bring
Good
it
luck
up.
with that.
That's good.
I like that.
It is. It's a very cool looking shirt. It's a great idea that they come up with, and we appreciate all the support from the community. It went over really well at the Customer Appreciation Night, Fairgrounds, events for the Fall Boys Festival, and we look forward to hopefully getting a lot of people involved with this. So thank you for your support.
Thank you.
thank you.
This is any other, there is any other questions
Yeah.
for Rich? I entertain a motion for the donation funds for the sheriff's department. Any new question? Good deal.
How much are
$20.
they? Thank you.
And you. Quote will be at quarter to.
Good morning. I'm here to seek approval for the, moving forward on the construction of the new cooler at the coroner's office. I did receive 3 bids from Economy, CCI, and also Integrity. I recommend using Integrity Mechanical, one of their mechanical contractor, and there's some things in their quote that others missed. There was a removal of the fence, additional slab board, just the entryway, carport back in the building. That their startup time would be, they get the equipment, the material shipped here this month, so we can move forward. This was about 2025.
Which one did you recommend?
Integrity Mechanical.
Questions, concerns? That, I a motion on one of these bidders.
Brian Carter makes a motion that we accept the bid from Integrity Mechanical LLC.
You know, on the floor, to accept the Integrity Mechanical LLC bid for the coroner's cooler. I'll second the motion with the questions, from the board or from the audience. It's a 12 by 12 cooler that's going to be out to me or at the coroner's office, and we need sometimes.
Yep.
Hearing that, all those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wood County Highway Department, attendance and coverage policy.
I put together an SOP for to ensure accuracy and consistency across the board for all of the employees that's employed at the highway department. All of these, get your guys' approval. Send a copy if you look at it.
Do you have any reviews by anybody?
I sent them to, Reed's looked it over, we made a few changes, and, sent a copy to him to look at it. And, I sent these guys all the measurements and data. It's, really just going by the handbook or county life, we haven't had any, sometimes we have 6 guys there on Friday, out of the 34 people that's there, and we need something in place, so we make sure we have noticed someone people's not going to be here and going to use a PPO time. So, just kind of make it fair across the board and kind of,
Can you bring this back some of the guys you work with?
yeah.
What else string you out?
I don't know, I've had a few look at it, and, his wife was in training, and I can take one there and look at it as well.
Esther Reed.
The Reed has looked at it also.
Did she have any concerns?
Bree, do you have any concerns?
She wanted me to.
Quit hiding.
Oh, I didn't see you earlier. Sorry, just a second.
So the button knows the Reed wanted me to make that a little stricter. I pretty much just put it together with, a couple of guys and looks to her.
This, he's got some issues. He's got some issues that.
I know that.
But this is a sample policy that goes EMS, correct?
Good as well.
EMS, our EMS department uses this policy. And he's having a little bit of trouble with scheduling things because people are just taking off when they want to. So I was just trying to make it a little stricter so that they can't.
It's universal, I found, when we know at firehouse, we have a major task coming, a lot of illness and vacations and falls on us, that law, that we've traditionally done that, so I understand that.
It's kind of mirrored off of the EMS, but we changed some of the things around. We kind of took our ideas and tweaked them a little bit.
And you approve of this?
Yes.
Okay.
I think there's some
That's
really big
cool.
parts in there, where it's not all strict.
So pretty clean.
Yeah.
That was my decision. I'm not in one of the departments, I didn't know what they did. So this would be the second new department that you advise that, okay, they put that in there.
I don't want to put it in there because it would be tracking for over 400 employees.
Sheriff's Department.
Honestly,
Sheriff's Department has their own, EMS has their own, now we have our own, because everybody on there is a little different.
Okay.
And it renews every 6 months, you have to be like, where you have to call in. 3 hours into the shift, 6 months from now.
Looks like it's necessary. Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Riley to move to approve the resolution for the hospital department. I'll second the motion for question for discussion to the board for her items. Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Zach, I see you're here, sir.
Yes, this is for the project, so you're on the same CAD system with multiple dispatch. Currently, we're on 2 separate ones, so this is just one step that we need to work better with them.
Updated once again.
Yes, yes, that was just terms and conditions release, so I looked those over.
I told them I had been like it. Like I was like, how do I just review this on?
Yeah, no, they see back pages, but I think everything as far as pricing stayed the same. So.
Any questions for Zach? None, I have a motion, please.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Adams to approve the local ordinance. I'll second the motion. Any further questions from the board? Before we go,
Steve.
Yeah, well, Steve's great to work with, so thank you guys.
not hearing that, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Zach. You have the floor, and the floor.
Brian, I make a motion that we send this on to the insurance carrier.
All your full belongs to the insurance carrier, and I'll second the motion. All those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Motion carries 3-0.
And I want to add some more commentary, if you think that the capital projects and stuff like this, it drives me nuts.
Yes, it is. 2026-2029 title, says growth for 2025 accomplishments for first from William County.
These are updates from our last plan, specifically updated for the community crossing strip. So I just went ahead and did the whole thing instead of just the options. So one of the goals and accomplishments that was achieved was building dispatch. And we now have how many different languages you could pick. 70 something. And then several different things like that. That was really about the only thing that changed in the whole report. And this will go on the website. Do you have a resolution for this one?
I believe we do, thanks to Magic of that early on Friday afternoon. We updated the review.
Any further questions from Lee? Entertain a motion on the resolution ordinance.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Bowden to approve resolution number, yeah,
2025-11-3-B.
US one one.
Yes, board.
Just hope we have that.
Made a motion, I'll second the motion, any further discussion from the board? The voting items. Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. For the good of the cause, sir, it's all yours.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I think I made my, for the good of the county, this is what when we look at about food, it's always good to see things that are making, future brighter for our grandchildren. I really appreciate what we're doing. I think the public is handling quite well, and I think, we can beat it downtown, but things are moving along. So, and thank you for all being here.
Anything else, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Some of
Turner, I'll second, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you all for coming.